Hello guys, and welcome to another Red Life Studio episode. Please subscribe and give me a like, and share my videos if you're enjoying them. Also, feel free to leave me a comment below. Now let's begin with today's stories.
My wife of 7 years cheated on me for 6 months. Based on the evidence I was able to find, it was also what seems to be a romantic affair. She has denied that it was romantic, but can't explain the thousands of I love you texts that they exchanged over 6 months apart from he didn't talk to me if I didn't say it. Also, I have actually been cheated on in 3 of my past relationships. What a record to have. But this last one was what really broke me. This woman knew about my past bad experiences with cheating partners, and she had been cheated on previously too, and it was a traumatic life event in both of our lives. And what's more, she chose to engage in this crooked, dominant, submissive relationship with the man she had the affair with, in a dynamic that focused on humiliating me and our marriage, and setting him up as the macho who dominates her. And my wife, who always insisted that I not kiss her in public, that I should not ask her to give me blowjobs because it embarrasses her, apparently loved it when this man dominated her sexually. I know the word that is used to describe people like me, cuck, and trust me, I thought the same of myself. I thought and actually hoped I would turn out to be a cuckold husband because it would make it so much easier to cope with. Unfortunately, when I read their messages and imagined her having sex with another man, I was far from getting aroused, and I in fact threw up on the bedroom carpet. If I had really turned out to be someone who enjoys my wife being used by other men, it would have made things a lot easier than they are now. Unfortunately, it's not that way. My fate is far worse. She is the main provider of the house because I left my job 2 years ago to pursue a doctorate degree. She actually convinced and encouraged me to pursue my dreams and passion instead of settling for a job that I hate, and like the idiot that I am, I believed her. Should have known better that people do not respect those who are not your equal. She denies that it has anything to do with her affair, of course. Now, because I had no job, I had no savings, and hence I had no way of leaving this marriage unless I left my degree and started working again. So I told myself that I will leave once I get my degree and I finally find work again. Except I don't even have that excuse anymore. My degree certificate was delivered to me 2 weeks ago. I have come to the conclusion that I am the weakest, most pathetic man on earth because I don't want to leave. My wife pretends to regret what she did. She admitted to her affair and showed me all her texts with him, as if it was a thing of pride. I don't know if she truly regrets it or not. I don't know why she admitted to her affair, but the more I found out about the nature of her affair, the more I felt ridiculed by her, like she was mocking me by pretending to regret it, like she was laughing at me behind my back. Maybe it was just how I perceived it, or maybe it is truth. Whatever it is, I find myself still clinging on to some faint hope somewhere that she is truly regretful and wants to make it better, and it will eventually go back to how it was before. I know what you're thinking, that I'm a fool, that I'm a naive man, and you're all right. But it almost feels out of my control. I feel paralyzed, like I cannot leave even if I want to. This is my hell, and this is where I belong. The details of my wife's affair are morbid, and will probably set off the NSFW filters, so I will not go too deep into it. But there is one event that stands out. My wife apparently wanted to have raw sex with him, and begged him every time they had sex to remove the condom. But he asked her to remain a good girl and maybe someday she'll receive his reward. So one day, when she asked him to remove it, he told her that he will do it raw only if she takes off her wedding ring and soaks it inside the condom that he ejaculated in. From what I could gather from their messages, she did not display a single moment of hesitation. Furthermore, after they were done, he told her to never wash that ring because he wanted his scent to remain on it so she could smell it and remind herself who she really belonged to. To which she said, "Yes, master." That was the level of disrespect and humiliation that she showed towards me during her affair. And I think she kept her promise to him to this day, because her entire body smells nauseating to me now. I make my own food now because whenever I try to eat something touched by her, I throw up. Her face, her neck, her waist, everything I see when I look at her, every part of her, is tainted and soiled because every part of her reminds me of something he did with her. She cries a lot. A lot. Every day, more than me. It almost seems like she's not putting up an act sometimes. She told me I can track her location if I want to, but what's the use? She can meet up with him in her office if she really wanted to. She probably already is. I almost feel at peace accepting that. She feeds me a whole lot of bullshit about her affair. That she did not actually enjoy the affair sex, that she loves having sex with me more. I just want to sew up her mouth when she says that. Such blatant lies. Does she not know that I've seen how she speaks to her AP? How much desire, how much lust, how deranged she became with him. I never even got a shred of what she gave him, and I'm the one she enjoyed more? She thinks I'm a fool, but not anymore. I keep telling her that she should go and live in life with that man. If you chose him over me on so many occasions, maybe he's the man for you. She swears left and right, she does not want him, she only wants me, and to me it doesn't make any sense. From their messages, it really seemed like she cared for him in a way she never did for me. Timely good morning and good night messages, tons of compliments, and of course she did everything he asked her to, like he would always tell her what to wear and she would listen to him. She gets really defensive when I suggest that she loves him. She goes on this charade about how he never made her feel whatever I made her feel and she was chasing a high and that she made wrong choices. Of course, she will be crying and groveling all the time. I wish she would stop doing that, at the very least. If you feel anxious, please call me, she says when she leaves for work, but I don't anymore. She can do what she wants, she probably already is anyway. I have come to this radical acceptance of my truth. The shadow of infidelity will follow me wherever I go, so I just need to accept that I'm not deserving of fidelity. I am a boring man, I have no particularly attractive traits, and I have no desire to be a macho man for any woman. She denies all of it again, says she likes me just how I am, but we all know better. My hope by staying in this marriage is that she eventually listens to me and stops trying to convince me to revive this marriage, so I too can give up hope on it once and for all. I just want to live and enjoy other aspects of life other than love and marriage. Sorry if this text is all over the place. I don't really mind whatever comments I receive. I'm just glad for this chance to be able to scream into the void. Story 2. Girlfriend of 1. 5 years cheated on me, we live together, what do I do? We're both 21, I'm male, she's female, and we live with another male roommate in a little town in Pennsylvania. She is my first girlfriend. I was worried at various points in our relationship that I would never know the full breadth of dating if I ended up long-term and marrying the first one. But that is besides the point. We moved in together in October of last year. Things had been rocky when we started waking up next to each other and started spending all day together, but we would eventually get past these squabbles. The other day, I was eating lunch at the Willow Grove Mall. Her boss, GameStop, comes over and eats lunch with me, completely random event. We talk for about an hour and he seems to think that we aren't dating anymore. I ask him why. He says because she'd been dating another guy for a couple months, but stopped about a month ago. I asked him if he was fucking with me about 4 times and he said he was dead serious each time. I left and texted her what he told me. She asked me to come see her, she was setting up for Diablo 3 midnight launch at another store. I meet up with her and she tells me that she had been go out with a group of friends from yet another GameStop in the same district. She said that this is why her boss assumed she was dating someone. Out of this group of friends, she admitted that she liked one guy and that she hooked up with him one night. I asked her what hooking up meant, and she claims that it was only making out and nothing sexual happened. I asked her if she was drunk, and she said no. She claimed that during that part of our relationship, she was not happy with us and that every little thing I did annoyed her. But she said that she has gotten over it and loves me still. I noticed that she had stopped hanging out with this group of people about a month ago, so I know she has distanced herself after the incident and she seems genuinely remorseful. Here's my problem. Do I break up with her? She had always been an outspoken opponent of cheating since her last boyfriend cheated on her and she broke up with him because of it. This leads me to believe that it was a momentary lapse of reason. On the other hand, how do I know it didn't actually go to full-on sex with the other guy? Could she just be admitting a partial truth to get the burden off her chest while hiding the rest of it so I won't break up with her? And because we live together, if she were to leave our house, it would be just me and my other roommate, and we wouldn't be able to afford the living arrangement. I'm really distraught and I don't know what to do here. If I left out any information, please ask. This is my first Reddit post. Brief summary. GF cheated on me, claims it was only kissing, but how am I to know? We live together. What are the next steps I should take? Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you would like to see more, feel free to subscribe.